Hello, everyone out there in our TPN community. I want to invite you to another episode of TPN Talks with Leticia. We have another very special guest with us today. I want to introduce you all to Doug Du Vall, one of our peer support specialists at our Resilience and Recovery Project in Jackson County. Welcome, Doug. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Why don't we start off with just you introducing yourself and maybe telling us a little bit about your role here at TPN.
So my name is Doug Du Vall. I'm a peer support specialist at TPN, and I help people navigate the criminal justice system that's on parole and probation, help people fresh in recovery navigate what that process looks like, and walk alongside people trying to change their lives.
I want to just share a little story with our community about the time we first met, Doug. I was down here with Sherry Sandoval and Laura Crum, just doing kind of an informational session with a group of folks with lived experience about the project and what we were going to be doing and kind of what our goals and mission for the project would be. And we met Doug, and I listened to, Doug contribute to the group and make some comments throughout, and was just super impressed. And, the event's over. We had some really great pizza, and we were getting ready to leave, and Sherry and I get in the car, and I see Doug standing out on the street, and I go, Sherry, stop the car. I don't know what it is. I want to go talk to that guy. So I jump out and I said, hey, would you ever be, interested in maybe sharing a call or getting a cup of coffee? I just think that you are an amazing person and have a lot to contribute to this world. Could we do that? And he said, yeah, sure. So it's one of those moments I always say, like, you just feel something in your gut. And I just knew that Doug was a special person who should be like right in the middle of this work. So Doug has just got a special place in my heart. Is there anything about that experience, Doug, you would want to add or share with our community?
So and I shared it in my interview, never in my life did I think, with all the things that I had done in my life, that I would ever be able to do what I'm doing, let alone looked at like a special person, that I have special gifts to offer people, because, I've always been so down on myself, so feeling undeserving. Being given the opportunity to do this kind of work has just been a blessing beyond belief. So I thank you for seeing that in me.
Over the last few months, just observe you, Doug, and your role. And there is certainly something magical that happens. We're so lucky to have you here at TPN. On that note, peer support is something that is really important to TPN, something that we're prioritizing. Can you talk just a little bit about what you see as the power of peer support, working with justice-involved individuals?
Yeah, for me, if I had been given the opportunity to have a peer when I was going through the system and navigating the system, it kind of changes the power dynamic, right? So, you're always being told what to do by somebody, and you have to do it this way. This is the way it's got to be. And our whole lives, we didn't come to parole and probation in a limousine, right? Our lives were wrecked by the time we got here. And we're tired of being told what to do. So to be able to sit down and have a conversation with somebody and just be able to tell them, look, I get it. I've been where you're at. This is what worked for me. What do you see working for you in the future? And let me help you walk alongside that. And I've seen that light come on with people, in the short amount of time that I've been doing this. Peer support is huge.
It sounds like you're a person in long-term recovery. Actually, I know that about you. What are some of the things that you would say, to the professionals that are supporting folks that are in recovery that are key for you? What are the game changers in your recovery?
Remaining humble, walking with gratitude in everything that I do, living with integrity, and just reminding myself of the hopelessness that I had, right? And never wanted to be there again. And being of service is huge for me on any level, whether it's, Oxford House or the service work that I do for Narcotics Anonymous, or, just helping other addicts trying to get clean. That helps a lot.
What do you say is maybe your favorite part of, working at TPN, or your role at TPN?
I keep going back to the light coming on, right? Like being able to engage people that are just so closed-minded to like, this is never going to work. To be able to sit down and have a conversation with them using a communication model that I learned through training with this program. And that's something that I never thought that I'd be able to do, like make people like, oh man, okay. But to be able to have conversation with people and let them know, like, man, this is feasible, this is doable, and more important, you're worth it, right? To be able to see that light come on in people, like, it fuels my fire for sure.
One of the things that I appreciate and admire about you is that you're a learner, you're a sponge. Anything and anything that you can, everything and anything that you can kind of pull in and use to help you in your role. I see you doing that. We had a booster yesterday, and Doug was willing to be the person to like offer up a scenario where it was challenging to kind of handle and be in support of the individual, and just was willing to jump in and kind of dissect the situation and try some new things, and just did an exceptional job of replaying it and doing it differently. So I just really appreciate the lifelong learner that you are. It's a gift to the Pathfinder Network and the folks that we serve.
Thank you.
So speaking of TPN, our mission is really to provide tools and support to folks that are impacted by the criminal justice system and their families, so that they can be safe and thrive in our communities. What does that mission mean to you?
To me, it means like building resilience in people, like people that never had it before, like, walking along somebody who has done so wrong for so long in their life, and be able to watch them gain resilience and, take their life back is like huge. And just to be such a part of it and on the forefront of something that's groundbreaking and a pioneer program here in Jackson County, man, just super blessed.
What do you see in the future of TPN?
The sky's the limit, really. I mean, that like this program has taken off, and I've talked to a lot of the POs, and they've seen some of the changes that are happening in their clients that were so closed-minded before, and to be able to have peer support and people walk alongside them has been a game changer. So to be able to be a part of that, man, like honestly, the sky is the limit for TPN in Jackson County and all over I want to say the world, right? Because like I'm a big dreamer, but like we start small, and like if we can start changing lives here, why couldn't it stop to go all over the world?
Excellent. Well, I just appreciate the work that you do every day to help change lives, to help support people who are working towards changes in their lives. And I really appreciate you, just joining us today on this episode of TPN Talks. So join us next time, folks, for our next special guest. Take care.
Thank you.